Hello, I'm going to explain to you how the Endeavor is made. Now, before we get into exactly how the Endeavor is made, I want to talk a little bit about mattress shopping. If you've watched any of my other videos, you may realize that we want to help people sleep better. At Comfort King, that's essentially why we're here. That's why people come to us, is they're trying to sleep better. And so when we design mattresses, that is our focus. That's when we pick out materials to use, whether it's the support system in the coils or the cushioning layers on top. It's all about helping folks sleep better. So that's not the way everyone in the industry designs mattresses, though. You got to understand, a lot of companies, especially the bigger companies, are mainly just focused 100% on making money, profit, and profit for their shareholders. So they're not really going to meet you. They're not going to know you. They don't really care if you sleep well. And at Comfort King, because we invented the lifetime comfort guarantee 27 years ago, we've had the opportunity to work with our customers throughout the life of the mattress. And that means we've collected, if you will, thousands of interactions with people. It's given us the kind of research and development that a normal mattress company could never have. For example, a Sealy or Serta plant that makes mattresses, the people that work there, that pick out the materials, that put them together, they're never going to meet the end user. They're certainly not going to talk to them 5 years later and find out why that particular mattress that they built maybe not supporting them anymore. So when we talk to our customers and work with them in the effort and the goal to help them sleep better, it gives us a lot of insight into what works and what doesn't work, because we've learned that you can't just rely on the manufacturers of these individual components to, I don't want to say tell you the truth, but be completely honest and caring about the same things that the end user, the consumer, cares about. So what most people care about, what you should care about when you're picking out your next mattress, is how is this mattress going to feel in 5 years? Because if your life expectancy is 10 or 15 or more years, well, you need to know, how's it going to feel halfway through? And if it doesn't feel good, what will happen? Or does that mean you're just kind of stuck with this mattress that you don't like anymore? It's kind of like a prison sentence. So that's, again, why we invented the lifetime comfort guarantee. It's also why we invented the soft spot warranty, is because several years ago, we zeroed in on the problem with most modern mattresses. Again, I'm going to say the word modern to emphasize, if you bought a mass-produced brand 20 years ago, it was probably built fairly well. You buy a mass-produced brand today, it's going to be filled with cheap polyurethane foam. Now, they're going to spend more time worrying about the fabric than they do what's on the inside. And the reason they can get away with that is because they know most consumers don't know what to look for inside of a mattress, and they spend the time, when they're shopping, just kind of looking at the top fabric and then pressing on it, feeling it, sitting on it, and then ultimately maybe laying on it, yes, but not really knowing what to be scared of and what to be attracted to. That's what we focus on here, is helping folks weed through the sales pitch, the smoke and mirrors, the sales pitch on, it's a sale, it's a mattress sale. That's all just gimmicks and techniques that the industry has come up with to kind of lull you into buying their brand. If you go to a furniture store or a big mattress chain that carries 3 to 5 different actual brands, they're all competing for floor space. So they spend a lot of time picking out those fabrics and color coordinating them. And believe me, I know, because when I go to the trade shows and talk to these manufacturers of the fabrics and the foams and everything, they're all about the sales pitch. And I will confront them and say, yeah, but how does it benefit the sleeper? Is there a real benefit? This cooling property that you put in this fabric, for example, or this foam, does it really help them sleep cooler throughout the night? And a lot of times the answer is no, or I don't know. They don't really care. And so that's what we bring to you, is we're bringing from the manufacturing side the truth about where the mattress industry is. And so what our job at Comfort King is to weed through and just kind of sift through, and we reject any sales pitches that don't benefit you, any fabric gimmicks or foam gimmicks that claim to do these things. Like, I could name a lot of things. I'll just pick out a few. The cooling properties of foam, doesn't really exist. There's no foam that'll cool you down. You know, the carbon or the copper that they put in foams or fabrics, you know, you can have your opinions about that. I personally, I don't think they help at all. I don't think there's any science behind it. Now you can believe in it and maybe you feel like it helps you, but we don't think it helps. So what really does matter, and getting back to the Endeavor, is what's on the inside. So briefly explain that to you. We're using a German pocketed coil system, and we call it the Comfy 800. And that's a number that represents approximately how many coils are in a queen size unit. So about 800. That's a good industry average for a high-end bed. The Endeavor is a high-end bed, and it's not because of the coils, although the coils are great. The Endeavor is a high-end bed because of float. And this is an exclusive material you can't get anywhere else. And I know because I invented it, and we are in a patent process right now. We're going to get a patent on it. So we're protected there. No one can copy us. But the reason we like it, the reason it's a good thing, and the reason we go all the way to Italy to get it made is because of the comfort properties. Because when we're talking about above the coils, everything we do is for comfort, you know, because your body can ache, you know, your skin has a lot of pressure points on it, and our body weight is unevenly distributed. So for example, when you're laying in bed, if you're like most people, you're going to spend a lot of time on your side, and that puts a lot of pressure on your shoulders and hips. So you want the mattress to support you, but also comfort and cushion and provide blood flow, right? And airflow. So float does both those things excellent. I don't think there's any material in the industry that's better. So the last layer, and again, the Endeavor is a pretty simple mattress as far as how many layers that are in it. It doesn't have a lot because we're not trying to make it soft. The Endeavor is slightly firmer than average. And so it doesn't have really any foam in it other than a little bit of foam in our quilting. And the little bit about our quilts, we go to special lengths, and we have for the last 15 years, to make sure we're using high quality foam in our quilting. We're the only company I know of in the industry using a 1.8 pound density foam. Now, a little note about density, if you're talking what does density mean? In the mattress industry, the foam is measured by weight. So it's based on a cubic foot of foam. How much would it weigh? So this weighs 1.8. Now, compared to what? Well, most other companies, most other mattresses are going to be using 1.0 to 1.5. That's kind of the range. So we're using 1.8, again, higher than anyone else you're going to find. So these are just some facts for you. If you stop in, you can certainly lay on the Endeavor. You can lay on any of our 17 other different models. We can also fine tune it for you to fit you. That's another benefit of buying from Comfort King. We'll fine tune it for your body because you're unique. You're an individual person, and you shouldn't buy a cookie cutter mattress. You shouldn't buy a cheap knockoff. You should buy the original. There's only one King, Comfort King.